friends. This week I've been making a tracker for NaNoWriMo. They have ones on the NaNoWriMo website that you can use, and there's tons that you can print off online, but I really like making my own. I made mine in a website called Canva, which is free, and I definitely suggest that you check it out. It's really great for like making graphics, and you can make business cards. There's lots of stuff you can do with it. I'll show you what I ended up with. I made 3 different versions just so you can kind of see what you can do with it. But I was going to show you actually how I did it in Canva, but my screen recording from last week didn't work so well, so I just kind of did a vlog doing it, but I'll show you what the end results were in a little bit. So once I completed those, I did have to edit them multiple times because I kept putting the wrong number of days in November. Fun fact, there's only 30. Anyway, other than that, I'm really going through my outlines more, and I'm also trying to work on my character development. Specifically, obviously, my main character I have fairly well down, but I need to work on my antagonist's personality and character development. So I'm going to be going through and kind of doing essentially like a life mapping for him. And what I do for that is I typically do one of those like spiderweb brain dump things. And then after I've done that, I organize it into like a chronological order so I know where things happen for them, to explain to myself what their motivations are in doing what they're doing. And I actually have 2 antagonists in this book. One is kind of hidden in a subplot that won't be revealed for another few books. So that's exciting. So I need to do both of their like character informations and kind of figure out where they're coming from, as well as there's 2 other kind of main characters that I need to do that for as well, because they're definitely not as fleshed out as they need to be. So probably I think what I'm going to do for them is generally the same thing, but I'm also going to add in some details about and like figure out what their childhoods were like. One of them grew up with my main character, so I need to like kind of interweave those together so that they make sense. And then of course I'm still forever going through my outline. I don't think that process I feel like it's never going to be done. But each time I get stuck in, I find something that needs desperately to be fixed. So, yay. Other news, my phone got dropped in a tub somehow. I don't know how that happened. But it's out of commission, which super sucks. I track Nash's naps and her feedings and her weight and her vitamin D all in an app on the phone that isn't available online. So I'm like, I feel like a cave woman. I'm having to like go off of my baser instincts to take care of my child. What is this? What world am I living in? So that's been fun. Also, I'm sorry about last week's video going up on Tuesday and not on Saturday. I got kind of sidetracked with Reed being home. Either way, back to writing. So I've been going through my outline. I just got to that extra scene that I added in last time. I went back and went back through a couple of the chapters because I didn't really like where I'd left them off. And then I'm getting to the part where all hell breaks loose, not only in the book, but also in how I outlined it. The first part of the book was really well thought out, and then as I was outlining the second part of the book, I just kind of, I don't know, like poo-pooed on it. I didn't put as much thought into it as I did the first part of the book. So I'm getting to that harder part where I know there's going to be a lot of changes that need to be made before November so that I can ensure a smoother NaNoWriMo process. So I'm getting to that part. Hopefully, let's see, today's the 15th, so we've got 16 days until November. Oh, that's terrifying. That's so scary. just like I told you, I'm just going to be going through and making sure that I know what each character's motivations are. I'm also really interested in finding out what their vices are. I think that our vices are one of the things that have the biggest impact on us as humans and how we react to certain situations. Because our vices so often can hold us back from something amazing being realized, but they can also propel us into things that we didn't necessarily want to be propelled into. So I'm looking for those for each of my characters and trying to figure that out, because I really want to have them solidified before NaNoWriMo. Because of course the worst thing to happen in a story is to have a character do something. Sorry, there's a dog where a dog not supposed to be. I'm looking for the vices, and obviously they're virtues too, but vices are so much more fun. So some examples of vices that I use are like my main character has a hard time working with others and a hard time trusting other people. And then the antagonist, like his main vice is gonna be that, oh my god, my dog's chewing on her tail and it's really cute. The antagonist's main vice is that it enjoys messing around with people more than he enjoys being a traditional antagonist. So that's kind of going to get in the way of his mission a little bit. I'm gonna get back to editing. I did a little editing yesterday. I got throw up on me, and then Nash was a little needy, so I wasn't able to do the intro yesterday. But I'm gonna continue editing today, and I hope you guys edit with me, or at the very least like the footage and the music that goes along with it, of course. So I'm gonna jump into that.
I watch you bow your head each day. It's the little things that make you feel this way. Don't let their words fill you up with doubt. Lift your head and watch your dreams branch out. Don't you give up now. You have made your vows. You might not know how, but you will find the key. Feel your soul arise from that spark in your eyes. Watch it come alive. This is your destiny. but you will find the key. Feel your soul arise from that spark in your eyes. Watch it come alive. This is your destiny.
Ended up getting super sidetracked yesterday and just watched Practical Magic and a little bit of Charmed. Getting in the mood, obviously, for Halloween, as well as writing an urban fantasy which focuses on a witch. So, you know, it was kind of like research. Kind of? Sort of? Maybe? Not really, but we'll just say it is. So for the rest of the week, I'm just going to continue to edit the outline. I'm still not done. I'm a little over halfway through. I thought I was halfway through a couple weeks ago, but I forgot a lot of chapters, so I wasn't. But I am getting to that part where I need to start editing what I had for the chapters a lot more, so it is going a lot slower than I had anticipated. I am still expecting to finish before NaNoWriMo hits. Hopefully I get there, because otherwise, once I hit like 40,000 words, it's gonna be real slow going. I just watched a video the other day from another woman on AuthorTube. I'll put her name up here. I don't remember it right now because I'm exhausted. And she mentioned wanting to, instead of going with like the NaNoWriMo's 1,600 words a day, actually looking at your month and seeing what days you're probably not going to be writing that much, and then readjusting your word count to make sure that you never fall behind. So you are going to have, that way, more words each day, but if you end up writing on days that you don't think you're going to write, you'd have a buffer then as well. So I'm actually going to do that. I told you guys that I wanted to do 1,800, not 1,800, oh my gosh. I told you guys, I'm so tired right now. I told you guys that I wanted to do 80,000 words in November rather than 50,000, because again, I am a stay-at-home wife, so I have a little more flexibility in my day than most. Oops. All right, so if we do 80,000, so I'm going to give myself 3 buffer days of not writing. So that means that I need to write about 3,000 words a day. And in my head, I'm like, oh, that's totally fine. But also, I'll be fine. It's fine. I'll be fine. I can do it. I don't need sleep, right? Who needs sleep? Anyway. Oh, 3,000 words a day. Oh my gosh. Internal panic. Okay. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I will see you guys next week. I'm going to continue editing my outline and panicking about having to write 3,000 words a day in the coming month. And I will see you next week. Make sure you click the buttons down below to like and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a great week and good luck on your Preptober.